tell me about your new show, Kandi Factory.
Okay. Kandi Factory is my new show that myself and a couple of my music industry friends, veterans, we're taking two people who have dreams of being artists and totally making them over, giving them the new song, new look, new stage show and everything within a week's time, and they have to perform live in front of an audience by the end of the week.
And how did you pick the contestants?
It was thousands of people who submitted their audition tapes to Bravo, and Bravo and the production company True Entertainment that helped with put together my show, they went through most of it, and then I went through like the last 50 to about 50 that they narrowed it down to. So maybe it might have been closer to 100, but that I got to see. I didn't get to see all however many thousand people that sent it in, which would have been hard. But basically, we wanted to get to people for this. This is the pilot episode. It's going to be an hour-and-a-half long special. We wanted to take two people who may not have been the best talent as far as vocally, but really, really wanted it. Somebody that maybe this opportunity could have changed their lives, and see if we can make it happen with them. One of the people that we chose, she's a single mom, and she has like 3 kids, and she always wanted to sing. So we liked her personality. That's what stood out on the camera, really. Her personality. She had some vocal ability. She was pretty, I mean, it was a lot of things, because you really don't know, when you're looking through these tapes, you're like, well, I like her, and then everybody likes somebody different, to be honest with you. The guy that we chose, he's a young guy, he's a college student, and he's a little high-strung, we'll say that. He talked about some things that he had been going on in his personal family life that he was trying to overcome, and I think his story really touched our hearts, really. And so, sometimes you just see people, for me, I love the underdog, so some people you just want to say, I just want to help them out, and that's what we did.
And what about, I watched the video, his look was kind of interesting, the makeup, and there might have just been one part where you make them over, I'm not sure, but how important is the look?
The look
with the singing, the voice.
One thing about it, I feel, as in music industry vet, I feel like, there's a few things that you need to have in order to really make a mark when you first come out. You got to have the right image, you have to have the right song, and you need to have a good stage show, to be able to, it's one thing when people hear your song, they say, oh, I like her song, whatever. But when they see you perform, you don't want to crash and burn. So you need to have it together. And so those are the 3 things that I feel like you need to start off with. I mean, of course, there are other things that go into it, But as far as you, as the artist yourself, you need to have a hot song, a hot look, and your show need to get together. So that's what we worked on first with these 3 people. Now, the young guy that we chose, his look when we met him was a little awkward. I was like...
In what way?
Meaning that it wasn't like he was the heartthrob, And when it comes to, being a artist, a lot of times, what do people do? They fall for the person that looks good, or they fall for... sometimes, people want to go to that person that they can relate to, or some people love the reject, So to me, his look, as far as when I met him, was kind of like timid. It wasn't edgy, but his personality on tape was like, I want to do this, and F you, and he was saying a lot of crazy stuff on his tape. So I was like, you know what? It would be good if we could make his outer shell turn into this person that he's being on this tape. So that's where it came from. That's what the inspiration was. I mean, everything about him was, even the song that I wrote for him was the inspiration from his tape. I mean, you'll see when you watch the show how he's like, you know, saying F you to somebody. I don't want to give it all away, but so I took that and then put it in the song, basically a big F you to the person that so that's the cool thing about me. It's like I can hear you can tell me a whole story and I can write a whole song about it and not really know much about you. Just now talking to me one time, I can take that story and make it relatable to a lot of people in a song.
And there's so many music shows right now, so how is this show different from, I mean, I know it's 90 minutes, but compared to The Voice or American Idol or all the other shows?
Our show is going to be totally different. First of all, it's not like your typical, I'm just getting on stage and competing. We take you through the whole process of being the artist. And then it's not even about just the artists on our show. It's about the team. It's about, can we even accomplish this? So you see us, you know, getting frustrated and, you know, like, getting agitated sometimes with them. And you also get to see the behind the scenes in the studio. You get to see the behind the scenes when the choreography is getting put together. And it's not just about, you know, when they come up on the stage and audition and you call in and vote. It's not that. It's not that type of show. It's like a mixture of reality with the, competition of the two. And they're not really competing like that, but I don't know. But like I said, this also is like the pilot for our show. So God willing and all of you tune in, then we're going to do more. But with our show, it's not going to be, you see these two people over 6 months. It's going to be every episode you're going to get two different people that's going to get the same opportunity over and over again, which is more of a challenge for me because that means that I have to do 2 new songs every time.
A lot more work.
It's a lot more work, but there's a lot more people that will have the opportunity to be, get exposure to the world. A lot of people just need that chance to be seen, or maybe they just needed somebody to light a fire under their ass for them to really go for what they want in life. So we're gonna touch a lot more people, give a lot more people the opportunity.
And you and Kim both got your own shows. Has there been any jealousy from any of the other housewives, or has anybody said anything?
No one said anything to us that would make me feel that they're jealous. Nobody said anything to me. I mean, if they were, they wouldn't let me know, or I'm sure they wouldn't let Kim know. So I don't think I hope no one is jealous. I mean, I feel like everybody has their own thing going on, and I do, there are other people that, have some things in the works as well. So.
And the last time we spoke, you said, or you were telling me this season was going to be about the talls versus the smalls. And that's kind of played out the last couple of episodes.
So you saw what I was talking about?
Yeah, I did. I was like, oh, wow, she knew exactly what was coming up. How's it, or who's winning so far, do you think?
The smalls are winning. What do you mean?
Do we need to say who the smalls are? I mean, do you think it's
First
pretty
of
obvious?
all, the smalls, I hate that term, the smalls, because nothing about us is small, okay? We're just a little bit shorter. But we have big personalities, and I have to say that we, the smalls, quote unquote. When they refer to the smalls, they're talking about myself, Phaedra, Sheree, and Kim, which that's only because especially Phaedra and I'm 5'2.5", and I think I'm taller than Phaedra, maybe.
Yeah, when I met them, I was surprised how Kim especially is very short.
Kim is taller than me.
And Sheree, for what they look like on TV, in person they're a lot shorter.
Exactly. Kim and Sheree are actually taller than me. They may be like 5'5", or somewhere in there. I don't know.
Really? Kim's taller than you?
Yeah, she's taller than me. But
that's because
I wear heels all the time. I'm really 5'2.5". I'm really short. Okay. People are shocked. But when we say the talls, these women are 6 feet. Like they are like 5'11".
Nene is tall, huge.
No, and Marlo and
Okay.
Cynthia are taller than Nene.
Okay.
So can you imagine? It's like when I stand next to them, it's like
it's
this.
the heels. It's the heels.
No, it's not even just the heels. It's like whoa, you know, the basketball team. It comes in the room.
Right.
So, but it's funny because, you know, the smalls don't take any stuff, okay?
And you were also on Chef Roble this season, and because this is Atlanta Boy, what's your favorite Southern foods?
My favorite Southern foods would be...
I know you on that show you talked a lot about the food that you...
I like collard greens.
Mm-hmm.
I love collard greens, macaroni and cheese. That's normal though. I mean, I love like peach cobbler and sweet potato. I mean, yams, candy yams. I love candy yams. And
Normal Southern fare.
Normal Southern cuisine.
Did you like how on that show he twisted it and made it a little bit different, or was that a little too strange? Because I don't know if I'd like that.
I liked it, but I was a little scared at first when he was saying the collard green, whatever.
Right.
That was
I
was like,
oh, it was a lollipop or something?
No. Now the lollipop was amazing. The push pop.
Okay.
It was a peach cobbler push pop.
Oh, right.
To this day, I still want that recipe because it was so good. And then, but it was kind of sexual too.
I remember now.
It was really good.
And so, what does the winner of Candy Factory get, and when does it air?
Candy Factory airs Sunday.
After Housewives.
Yes, after Housewives on March 4th. I mean, you just stay tuned. Don't log when Housewives go off. You just keep watching. And then even after my show, I'm on Andy's show. Watch what happens after that. So just keep it on Bravo all night long on Sunday. And I would really love you for it. But basically, they're going to win the opportunity for their single to be released on iTunes. And they're going to also get a video for their single. Which is typically, I'm not saying that we're making their career. We're just giving them a jump start. If you're ever, trying to be an independent artist, a lot of things that independent artists do, they try to get a video done. They want to put their single out. So basically, we're giving you the same putting you to first base, like you would if you had to put the money out yourself.
I was gonna say, the money's a big part.
Yeah, and then the exposure. So.